Providence.
Most important, just focus number one truth, that the book of Esther teaches us of the providence of God. What is Providence? What?
Provider.
Providence comes from the root word. The root word provide. God provide. And so it means God will provide. Okay? God will provide something for saving us. God gives everything both to the evil and to the good. The rain is for the bad and for the good. The sunshine is for the bad and for the good. Those are the providential dealings of the Lord. So, the book of Esther teaches the lesson on God's providence. He is a providing God. No matter how do you stand, good or bad, God provides as a way to help and provide our needs. Next. Number one, we could see here, God's grace. Therefore, from the lesson on providence, God's grace cannot be resisted. With God's grace from the Lord given to you, you can fight back. In the end, at the start, seemingly, it seems you are winning. But in the end, God will win. It is only seeming at the start. You may be winning and you might say, ano Panginoon? God has planned and I disobeyed and it seems fine for me. But later in the end, God will triumph. That is the meaning of God's grace that cannot be resisted. What God has planned will come to pass. You cannot fight it. It is only for a short time that you seem to be winning, but later on, in the end, in the consummation, God will win. What is then the difference between those who obey and those who don't obey? Those who don't obey will learn the hard way. Before in our church, doon sa Abang Church, doon mga mama, there were mothers who were the first. When they were married, sa pag-asawa sila, they are not yet Christian. So what happened? They married husband and wife who are not Christian. Okay? So meaning they are Christian and their husband are not Christian. So that is prohibited in the Bible. If you are a Christian, do not entertain, do not accept suitors who are Christian. That is in the Bible. You don't see? But in the Christian, meaning no. Bisan Pilipino, kung mag-vote sa inyo, Christian, not Christian, sorry. However, there were mothers, though their husband before were not Christians, now their life has been okay. And they were able to convert their husband. So the children looking up to them, sometimes wrongly use it as a guide. Now they were young. In the Christian world, in the church, they were men and some, and they were looking to coach them. So what happens? You look outside in the school and in the party, in the TV show, in other programs, there are men of the world that is Christian, and they are quoting them. So what happened? Do they say no and obey the Bible? Or I will endure? And do you know what the young women tells us, Pastor? How about Mama and Papa? Before, they were not Christians and they get married.
Okay, man.
Now it's fine. And I said, well, what is the difference? Maybe you have seen the change, that it seems good now, but you don't know the way they have come to that point. There are hardships along the way. How many tears your mother shed when they go to church and their husband are drinking and then they were commanded not to go to church and there were lots of family. That means if we learn the easy way, it is to obey the law of God now. So, what is the law now? No unequal, meaning if you are a student, Christian, you have accepted Jesus Christ. The Bible teaches us, God's way is for you to accept Christian sweetheart. Kung doon ka sa religion, sa person na, meaning God say, no, close. Do not open your secret. You don't know he is a Christian or not. Meaning you must know first, he must be a solid Christian. It means God saying yes to the man. May anak sa church. So when that law was given, we have young girls. Wala sa boyfriend na Christian, may boyfriend na non-Christian na come to church. So, kung na po sa deal with married, napupupot sa church, nagpaklipan. Sabi pa magpapaptize. So, for the short time, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, nagpubay-ubay, nagpaklipan. Nagpapaptize. Nagaling sa Bible, nag-sing, nag-join. Later on, pagkasal, kailangan natin na dapat putin-putin. Puro Bible. Later on, pag magalit, pag may away, makita mo ang puno pagputin na. Kung true a servant of the Lord, kung may nakapit, kailangan ka, wala pa kasal, sa pastor, gabasa ng Bible doon. I know the Lord. Ang babaya. The Lord, faithful Lord. After sa kasal, wala ka sa church. This is the difference. So, in the Jewish people that are joining the group of Easter, they were disobedient people. In the end, they were saved, they were receiving providence, help from God, but they have learned the hard way. Whereas the people who obey the Lord, they may be hardship, but along the way, they have sensed the presence of the Lord guiding them, holding them in such a smooth way. And so, example, unequal living. Example sila. Pag Christian ka, what's wrong? Why are you not permitted to have a sweetheart na different religion? Why? Pag anak ninyo, pag-away ninyo, you go to church and say, no. Your husband will go to Catholic and say, in the Christian church, you have conflict. And you will always be debating because you have a different belief. So, the Jewish people, before, si Abraham, sabi niya sa Eliezer, you choose a woman for my son Isaac, not from the woman of the world. And different ang ilang ngayon. Si Samson, sabihan, Samson, dito ka lang sa piling ng babae. Kama dito ba ba? Sabi ni Samson, different ang way sa dress. You see that? Ang Christian life, different ang ilang dress. Pagpunta ko sa isya, marami ka tumingin sa babae of the world. So they will dress. So, in short, gawas dito ang clean. Sa tigulan na, nagkapasok. Spaghetti yung pababa. Spaghetti dito. Can you see the difference? Ang Christian way of life. Hindi bawang ang Christian, ha? Ang Christian na mga babae are instructed by Peter, modest in their apparel. Dapat ang damit ka, kahit ang ilokal na hindi negative ang katawan. Kung nakita sa babae, isang lalaki, mag-tempt ng lalaki. because there's a, before my OJT nag-apply dito, sa Joseph, nagpunta si Brother Jimmy, nagagawa. Kasi dito, nag-ano yung dibdib niya, nag-ano ganyan nga. Dibdib ganyan. Tira mo, hindi mapapil. So that is the Christian. So there is a big difference between the Christian and the people, women of the world. And then you will see how Jacob behaved. So Jacob's learned, and he disobeyed. And so he learned the hard way. So that's the difference. Next. Number two, not only that we see God's grace that you cannot resist, in the end, God will win. Yet number two is also, God is sovereign. He has power. And that power will be exercised if He plans for you is this, it will come to pass. It will happen. Just that. God will work His way in your life. Such that why ang best example si Jonah. Si Jonah, you go to Nineveh, but Jonah said, I hate these people. They are people who don't believe in God. They are bad. They are sinners. I don't want to go there. And so Jonah escaped. It seems that Jonah won in the first place because when he escaped there was a boat. He paid the fare. But God showed His sovereign power and will. In the end of Jonah's life, he returned back and obeyed the Lord whom he was grumbling. You know the story that he went into the school, into a university called Wayne University. He is so disobedient. He won't obey. He has not been into a university. And so when he get a ship, when he started in the sea, he was eaten by a big fish. And there in the tummy of a big fish, that was the school of Jonah. He learned how to obey God. You want that? That's the difference. If you disobey later on, you cannot defeat God. He has a way that you will turn back, come back to Him. And in this book of Esther, we are taught not only the grace of God that you cannot resist, God has also a power that when He exercises, those hard-headed person will turn their back and obey the Lord. So the book of Esther clearly shows the hand of God to men that the people who will not be led, people who will not take the spiritual route back to God's presence, they will go back. You choose another path. Soon, you will be sent into a university, a schooling that will make you come back into the right roadmap, into the presence of the Lord. Next. So the book of Esther records, the book records that the entire Jewish nation would have been slain. Even those who obeyed